John Cooper, until you came along, Ohio State was 0-2 against Notre Dame. Then you guys beat Notre Dame 2 straight years, 95 and 96. And what do you remember just about the preparation, whatever you want to call it? Because it was big. It was almost as big as this year in 95.
Yeah.
As far as the anticipation of that game.
I always had great respect for Notre Dame. You know, I coached all over the country, and nobody disliked Notre Dame unless you had to play them. But that was one of the great victories in my coaching career, no question about it. Quite honestly, I think we had better players than Notre Dame. And to beat Lou Holtz used to be at Arkansas. I played him when I was at Tulsa, and they beat us every year, but we got even with him in 95, 96.
Yeah, I just kind of scanned the photos behind you on this wall of honor here in the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. What do you remember about that 95 game especially? I mean, you know, there were like 3 or 4 just huge plays in that game which really turned it. And like you've said before, man, you got to make big plays in those kind of settings, right?
Two big plays was Terry Glenn. I think it was 3rd and 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
We hit a little pass in front of their cornerback, who supposedly was the fastest player in college football.
Yeah.
And Terry took it to the house. He took it to the house. And then, of course, Eddie rushed for over 200 yards and 61 yards there late in the game. Good defense. Gosh, we were good on defense with Vrabel and, you know, Matt Finkus and
Sean Springs. Right down the line, yeah.
Absolutely.
And, you know, in the Sean Springs play, I thought that was one of the great bait and switch moments where he kind of baited Ron Powless, you know, got up close and then intercepted that little fade pass to the, you know, toward the corner and stuff.
Yeah.
It just, that's what it takes in these kind of games, right?
Sean was a great player, and he was a natural player. He had all the talent, made a great interception in the bowl game, the Rose Bowl game. Yeah, you know, literally, they're a good receiver to one catch in the whole game.
Yeah.
He said, "I'll let you catch one pass." I think a guy caught one pass for 3 yards.
So you can be in the stat sheet, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. But he was a great player, and he made great plays.
Hey, what do you think right now about this build up to this game and stuff? And how huge is this? And it's like 3 questions in one. But how kind of like ridiculous is it that these guys? This will just be the 5th meeting ever between Ohio State and Notre Dame, 280 miles apart. You know what I mean?
I personally think Notre Dame should be in the Big Ten, and Ohio State should play them every year. What a rivalry that would be, right?
Yeah.
But the only way you get them in the Big Ten is you don't play them. And I tried to get the Big Ten to do that when I was coaching here in '99.
Yeah.
When I thought we came pretty close to getting them in then. But great respect for Notre Dame. Runs a great program. Got great players. They recruit, of course, nationwide. Everybody knows about them in Florida, in California, New York, or whatever.
It's the same way with Buckeye Nation now, though. You
Buckeye
know?
Nation,
I mean,
exactly right. Yeah.
I mean, Buckeye, they probably have some Subway alums, as the old saying goes about Notre Dame. But I wanted to ask you, what do you think? What you've been to some practices and stuff. You've been paying attention. What just stands out to you about this team before it takes the field, the 2022 Buckeyes? Because you got to prove it on the field, obviously.
The skilled people we have, and not only frontline players, depth. We got 3 quarterbacks that look to me like they can play for anybody in the country. A couple of running backs that can certainly play for anybody. I don't know how many wide receivers, 5 or 6 wide receivers. We lose 2 great ones last year, and they didn't even play in the bowl game. People got a short memory. They don't know that. But great talent on the offensive side of the ball. Offensive line's got to play a little better than they did last year, and I think they will. And defense is, you know, we don't know.
Do you like what you see from Jim Knowles and Steve?
I like what I see. I've done a lot of practices. They got great practice. They got great enthusiasm. They're running the football, and I think we're gonna make a lot of big plays on defense. We might give up some big plays when you gamble. You know, every play is not gonna work for you. But I like what I've seen so far. Mm-hmm.